Super excited to introduce the new Greg Salo Signature Series brush. Greg is going to break down all the features and benefits and why you need it right now on Nail School.
In this episode of Nail School, I'm going to feature a brush that is going to blow you away. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Greg Salo Signature Series number 12. This has been over a year in the making, and what I'm really excited about this brush is not the fact that it is made from pure Kolinsky, but the way that it actually holds the monomer, the way that it actually holds its shape and the size. I'm going to be able to show you guys how this brush is going to work really well for you, especially those of you who have a ton of experience with Young Nails products. All right, so what I've done is I have laid out Cover Pink, Speed Clear, and a Dap & Dish full of monomer. The first thing you're going to recognize when I take my brush out is how tight that point is. So you can see once I remove all the starch out of the brush how tight the point is going to be. The beautiful thing about this brush is when I go into the monomer, I can get a lot more. So this is going to do a few things. It's going to allow you to pick up a larger bead. It is going to allow you to basically get the largest bead for your one ball overlays or your encapsulations, which is going to be a lot easier with a bigger brush. The first thing you're going to notice when you come inside and out, the best part about this brush is that I'm going to be able to tap it to a really tight edge, right? You can see the edge and how wide it is. So if I go into my dish and I tap it, the best part about this is I'm not only going to be able to get the width that I need, I'm going to be able to get the surface area necessary to pick up a large pearl. So when I am doing any type of, say, medium size pearl, I could tap it once and again count. 1, and you're going to notice I'm going to get a really nice even pearl. And if I want the same consistent pearl, I'm going to bounce. 1 and the same size. So I can continue getting same size pearls by actually setting the tip inside, as you can see. And again, I need to flatten out my powder. I'm not going to drag. I don't want to drag it. What I want to be able to do is I want to be able to set the tip into the surface, and this is going to allow me to get a really nice bead on one side of my brush so that I can get consistent sizes. If I want to go with a large size, if I want to be able to build something large enough to sculpt not only the body but the length of the nail, notice when I submerge my brush and I get a lot of monomer, I want to be able to bounce in the surface. So if I bounce, 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 I'm going to be able to pick up a really large, even pearl that is basically the perfect consistency to work with. And you're going to notice that when I set this down, how much larger this bead is relative to the ones that are small. Okay? So I usually like to work again with smaller beads if I'm building a free edge. But when I'm actually doing any type of overlay, especially with a clear powder, for those of you who have worked with our speed powders, you want to be able to work with a lot of liquid. That way it makes it easier for you to pick it up. And again, once you pick it up, you're going to notice how well everything absorbs so that when you set it down, it's going to self-level to the perfect shape. So the really nice feature of the Signature Series brush is that when I'm trying to pick up medium-sized pearls, I can flatten it out. You can see on the edge how I'm flattening this out. And it's literally bringing all the monomer from the base to the tip. Enough where if I bounce a couple of times, I'm going to get a really nice even size pearl that when I remove the liquid from my towel, and I set it right to the free edge, it's going to come right off. This is going to allow me to mold it into shape, right, with a large surface area. So what's the advantage? I can literally use the body of the brush to get it from side to side really easy. And this is also going to allow me to stretch it out to the length that I want in the least amount of effort. You're going to notice that when I'm working from side to side, the brush stays quite tight. And that is what we want to be able to accomplish. The beautiful thing about the Signature Series brush is I'm going to be able to get a really large pearl. And you're going to notice that when I actually set it to the cuticle area, the tip of the brush is going to stay tight, which is going to allow me to get around the perimeter of the nail. And notice how well the product is actually going to run all the way down to the front of the nail. I can literally control the flow with the amount of liquid that I pick up. This is going to allow a lot of you out there who have literally been doing sculptured nails to increase your speed by working with much larger pearls. Just get a small little dot. Not only is this brush going to give you the ability to work with large, but again, if you need to do detail work, the point is tight, which is going to allow you to come in and make it perfect. You're not only going to love how tight the bristles are, you're going to love the way the brush feels, the weight of the brush, and most important, the performance of the brush. Last but not least, remember, once you're done, set it inside your dish, no longer than 10 minutes. This is going to allow you to get it to soak up. You're going to use your towel to remove any residue that has built up on the end of your brush. Dip it back in, get it to a really, really nice point, and get ready to enjoy a performance that you haven't experienced before.